Hey, my YouTubies and others. I want to talk about this Tartaria hysteria online. And what I'm seeing is some of these prominent Tartarian researchers who have over 50,000 or over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube never seem to mention this Russian Dr. Anatoly T. Fomenko. Now, people have told me about Fomenko before because he researches hidden human history and timeline discrepancies. But I never really had the time to get any of his books or look at his work until now. And it seems to me, and this is like a second publishing. This guy is 77 years old. I'm not familiar with this one. I need to do more research who the second author is. But this guy is the one who started to talk about fake history and Tartaria. Now, I might get this book and start looking into it. What I want to know is why none of these researchers that are so-called Tartarian experts have mentioned this guy before. And I'm also starting to notice that some of these Tartarian experts are starting to pick up very close to some of my work on the Cronides and putting things in their own words. Now, I have created a Facebook in addition to my Hidden Human story that talks about the bottom line. After 12 years of being online and doing this research, I've actually done more than 12 years. I've been researching this over 25 years of what happened on this planet. But the bottom line is the last major reset was when Atlantis went under, okay? And they called this Atlantis. There was a continent over here. It all broke. Some of it went underwater. Some of it didn't. The ice up here melted and flooded everything. Lemuria was over here, that some of that land sank. And that's all major science. You can start looking into submerged continents and what mainstream science has figured out. But what I have figured out is the timeline, that this was around 12,000 to 15,000 years ago based on the mythology and what was written in classical books that I've spent my life looking at. And this Cronide group, led by Zeus, who's also Jehovah, is the one who reset the world. And that is why their architecture and statues are all over the place. Now, Tartaria reminds me of Tartarus, which is where the Titans resided. And from what I can see so far, it seems to me that the land changed to the name Asia in the 1800s. And Asia is named after Prometheus' wife, just as Europe is named after Europa, a woman who was impregnated by Zeus, and one of her sons was King Minos of Crete. This change occurred after the Napoleonic Wars and when the Rothschilds rose to power. So we need to start looking at things. This has nothing to do with Oriental people. We have bloodlines on this planet that know what the true history is, and they have created us to be their slaves in their systems. And they have erased history and are continuing to. We need to expose this 100%. They have to be called out. But when I see these so-called Tartarian researchers can't even give a call out to Mr. Fomenko, something is amiss. And I'm wondering, is this where they got the information and pretended that they came up with it all on their own? So I'm going to get this book and take a look and maybe start really looking into this man's work to see what is going on here. Because I don't think that you're getting the true picture once again. And I'm going to leave it with that and continue on with my studies. Thank you.